Welcome back. We find ourselves in the service park with Loop 2 just about to begin. The cars are mostly fixed up. We haven't had too many DNFs just yet, but another 2 loops are still ahead of us. If there's one thing that the first loop of the K1000 did, it was to deliver some really hard knocks to drivers and their co-drivers. Drivers such as the team of Samrat and Venu Kumar V didn't make it past SS1, and even veteran drivers like Vikram Devadasan were having some problems.
While we were going around, it was a left-hander into a right with a huge mound, going around a mound. I made a mistake and clipped the mound and flipped it off.
After the first loop in the INRC 2000 category, Amitrajit Ghosh and Ashwin Nayak held on to a slender lead in spite of not meaning to. Amit, how's your day been so far?
Quite boring actually. I have to wrap up the championship in this rally or it's not going to happen. So for that we need to finish 4th. So we are just driving at a very Sunday drive kind of a pace.
Still, the overall lead was being retained by Gaurav Gill in his Super XUV.
Surface was very loose to start with and the stages were very, very fast. They were more suited to the cars, but we drove really hard and we managed to put in some really good time.
2 loops of the 3 stages were to be held on Saturday, and after each loop, each crew gets a 45-minute service period where mechanics frantically repair everything that they can. The biggest damage on the cars is obvious. The undercarriage takes a lot of beating, with the suspension taking the most hits, and oftentimes the underbody protection has to be replaced, including the tires. Loop 2 began in earnest post-lunch, but with 35 cars hitting the loop in the morning, especially the all-wheel drive XUVs and the Evo, the surface of the track did start deteriorating. The team of Amitrajit Ghosh and Ashwin Nayak, veteran rallyists and last year's champions, were making good time, and unlike the previous events this season, their car did well without any issues. They were looking only to see the event through while fending off attacks from the challenges from lower in the order, while consistently making better time than the opposition.
I think we are still leading INRC at the moment, but that was not the goal. We need to finish 4th so we can slow down some more and drop a few places and still just get to the finish.
At the end of the second loop and the day's racing, Gaurav Gill in the SUV class had the fastest overall time, with Amitrajit Ghosh with the quickest time in the INRC. Arjun Rao in his Polo edged out Shirish Chandran, who came in second in the 1600cc category. By the end of the second loop, 11 cars retired out, either due to crashes or mechanical failures. Prominent among the retirees was rally veteran Vikram Devadasan and George Verghese, and Falguna Urs and Anup Kumar. The track became even more torturous, and with the stages on an uneven gradient, drivers had to face the unique challenge of having some parts of the track hard and grippy and then completely bogging down in corners. Another service, and then the cars go in for Parc Fermé for the night. One more loop of all stages on day 2, and that would decide the winner. It's day 2 of the K1000 rally, and as far as the track is concerned, the drivers' fears have come true. It's deteriorated pretty badly. Now, on one side of the track, you can see it's hard-packed, rocks and plenty of grip. On the other side of the track, however, it's loose and rocky, which means slip, no grip at all. That is going to be a problem for some of the drivers. Perhaps the most fun car to watch on the track were Team Mahindra's Super XUVs, being piloted by rally veterans Gaurav Gill, Lohit Urs and Sunny Sidhu. And even though the XUVs were quite a bit heavier than their lightweight sedans in the other categories, seeing them battling through the narrow tracks made them look quite terrifying. The new Polo R2 being driven in the capable hands of veteran Karamjit Singh was awesome as well, with the tight and peppy Polo drifting and sliding around corners. But then this was a prototype, a shakedown for the 2014 season, and Karamjit soon started having issues with his brakes.
Obviously, it is faster than the older car. We have a more powerful engine and we have better brakes actually, we have bigger brakes. But unfortunately, this time we had brake problems. So the brakes kept leaking. So that hindered our performance, our progress this rally.
But fortunately, help was at hand. Volkswagen Motorsport offered teams much needed support while simultaneously live testing the 2014 Polo.
fact to say this is our first rallying outing where our own factory team are supporting and running two customer cars over here. So there's lots we have learned. And in fact, we launched the new car called the R2. Basically, it's a prototype, what we are testing, that we can introduce it to the next year and the customers will be able to buy it for rallying activities.
The action continued on the third loop of the circuit, but after a day and a half of hard racing, some of the cars could go no further, with a total of 11 cars retiring. It's especially heartbreaking for competitors when their cars go down, because serious expenditure aside, it's the sheer amount of effort and dedication that seems to go down the drain. And then at the end of 2 days of hard racing, it was time to add the numbers and decide the winners. Careful and complex calculations completed, it was time to find out who'd come out on top. Winning the JINRC or the junior category was Suhaim MK and Jeevaratnam J with a final time of 1:40.49, followed by Arun Vikram Rao and Sumaya AG with a final time of 1:42.45, with the polo being piloted by Rohan Pawar and Arjun Mehta coming in third place with a time of 1:44.54.
This year I came with complete challenge that I have to do it, so I have done. I got back with my first place.
Well, it became rough a little bit today, but enjoyed it overall.
Taking the INRC 1600cc category was Arjun Rao and Satish Rajgopal's polo with a final time of 1:37.36, followed by Shirish Chandran and Nikhil Pai clocking in at 1:37.45. Winning bronze was Dean Mascarenas and Shanmuga SN with a final time of 1:42.06.
I was running third after the 3 stages, and then I started pushing. We had a lot of issues with the car, but somehow the service team did a good job.
The SUV category saw plenty of action, of 4 in a row for the team of Gaurav Gill and Musa Sharif with a final time of 1:30.56, followed by Lohitos and Bonnie Thomas coming in at second place with a time of 1:35.24. The third car in the category, the XUV driven by Sunny Sidhu and Srinivas Murthy, did not finish.
We've got 4 out of 4 wins this year with Mahindra, so it's been very strong. Couldn't ask for more. Make it 5 out of 5, why not?
The IRC category saw 3 entries this year, 2 from foreign national drivers. Karamjeet Singh, the Malaysian driver and former winner of the PWRC, driving the Polo R2, put in an epic timing of 1:30.150, with Sumit Punjabi and S. Dinesh taking second place with a time of 1:53.36. The third car in the IRC category, the 4-wheel drive Evo 10 being driven by N. Leela Krishnan and D. Ramkumar, did not finish.
Out of the 9 stages, we only had brakes for 2 stages. So 7 stages we didn't have brakes. So very happy with our performance.
The premier prize, however, went to the team of Amitrajit Ghosh and Ashwin Naik with a final time of 1:34.46, with the team of Rahul Kantaraj and Vivek Bhatt literally breathing down his shoulder with a time of 1:36.39. Third place went to Prithvi Dominic and Prithvi Sthal with a final time of 1:36.55.
They drove within our limits, and we somehow the planning that we did to when to push and when not to worked out perfectly, and got the job done.